Hey guys, it's so nice to have you join me for this 25-minute yoga class. So this class is all about calming and soothing the nervous system. It's great for beginners, and it's also awesome if you need to take some time to unwind. Maybe you're feeling a little bit stressed, or you might be feeling a bit of anxiety. Maybe you might be feeling some physical symptoms of bloating in the tummy, maybe some gut things going on. So it's really good for metabolism, really good for digestion, really, really good for calming everything down and coming into a more balanced body and mind. So to begin with, we're just going to come to a seated position, any kind of seat that feels good. Letting the hands come down onto the legs softly, allowing the shoulders to release down and away from the ears. You might bring one hand to the belly, one hand to the heart if it feels good. Starting to feel the breath beneath the hands. Noticing as you breathe in, the hands starting to rise forward, and as you exhale out, feeling the heart center and the belly softening away from the hands. Let's take a few deeper breaths here. So inhaling deeply into the belly, blowing the belly up like a balloon, and then exhale all the way out as you feel that belly releasing all the way back down. Then taking another deep breath in, feeling the belly, the rib cage, the heart center expand, and then releasing that breath all the way back out, down the spine to the base of that spine, and then inhaling deeply, feeling that full expansion of the whole front side of the body, the deepest breath you've taken all day. And then exhale, exhale, exhale as you release the breath all the way back out. Just keeping this going in your own time. As you do, starting to become really aware of the movement of the breath. Noticing as you exhale out, the body relaxing a little bit more, letting go of anything that's happened leading up to the session. Allowing it to be put to one side. You might just release those hands, bringing them down onto the legs now. And then as you inhale, starting to sweep the arms up, looking up. Exhale, bringing the hands down through prayer. And we're twisting towards the right side, taking the left hand to the outside of the right knee, bringing the right fingertips down behind you, gazing over that right shoulder. Inhale, lengthening the spine up a little bit more. Exhale as you twist a little bit more deeply towards that right side. And then inhale, letting the head come back through first. Exhale, unwind, coming through center. Inhale, sweeping the arms up, looking up. Exhale, hands come down through prayer to that center line. And we're twisting to the other side. So bringing the right hand to the outside of the left knee, and the left fingertips come down behind you, gazing over that left shoulder. Inhale, lengthening the spine up. Exhale, twisting a little deeper. Working into the waist here. Inhale, lengthening up. Exhale as you start to unwind, coming back through center when you're ready. You want your gaze to come back through first, and then the rest of the body follows. Awesome. Keeping the pelvis grounded down, heavy pelvis, maybe a little movement here into the head and neck. And then we are coming to bring the feet, the legs out wide. So just where it's comfortable. They don't have to be super wide here. We're sitting up high onto the tailbone. So keeping length into the spine, shoulders relaxed down and away from the ears. You've got a slight little flex into the toes, so we're looking after the knees here. You're starting to make pointer fingers here, so interlacing the fingers, pointing those pointer fingers forward. And then we're starting to hinge back at the hips. Then you're hinging forward, twisting to the left side. And then you're starting to come all the way around to the right, back through center, and then coming left again. So as you do this, just keeping length into the spine, keeping the core softly engaged, Keeping the shoulders relaxed, maybe the head and neck goes, so you're releasing any tension there, letting any tension come out of the jaw. We're not locking into the elbows. Coming up through center and then coming all the way around towards one foot and then the other. Keeping the whole lower body nice and still and stable, bringing the belly button back towards the spine, working into the whole spine here as you let that head and neck go. Let's circle back the other way. So keeping this going, but reversing. Inhale, coming all the way around. Exhale, back through center. Coming all the way around. This should feel really, really nice. Just moving into the digestive system, into the gut, really, really energizing the body again. If you've been feeling sluggish in any way or kind of not very energetic, this is a really beautiful practice for you to find that energy. Inhale as you come back through center. Exhale, letting the arms come down. Fingertips come behind you here, bringing the legs together. Maybe a little bit of a shake out of those legs, lifting and lowering. And then we're just starting to rock the knees a little bit from side to side, bringing the hands behind the legs. You're rounding the spine, chin to chest, and then you're starting to lower down with control. So maybe walking the hands down the legs, coming down to release the head and the back down onto the mat. Bringing the hands out, the arms out a little bit, and we're starting to hug those knees. So wrapping the hands around the front side of the shins or the front side of the knees, really hugging those knees in as you let the tailbone lengthen down towards the end of the mat. Inhale, really using your arm strength to squeeze in. Exhale as you relax the belly, relaxing the back of the shoulders, maybe a bit of movement into the feet. Softly releasing any tension out of those tummy muscles. We can hold a lot of tension in our belly. So really taking a moment here to relax. Maybe a gentle rock from side to side, finding a nice little massage into the lower back. Maybe the head and neck moves as well. Just anything that feels good. This is your practice, really leaning into what's feeling good in your body today. Everything's so different every day. So really seeing what feels good for you in this moment. Now just starting to place the hands onto the knees and let the feet slightly shift forward. And then we're starting to circle the pelvis. So just using your hands to circle those knees in one direction, letting the feet be really relaxed, the heels softening towards the pelvis. Starting to bring the knees in towards the chest and then starting to circle all the way around. Just, it can be a little circle. We just want everything to be still and stable here, but we're finding a massage into the lower back as well as those belly muscles, the digestive organs, everything. Starting to find nice release here, maybe starting to reverse it, go back the other way, circling gently, letting the back of the neck be relaxed, back of the head relaxed, not locking through those elbows, so keeping that soft bend into the elbows, breathing deeply in, belly expanding, and then exhale, releasing out. Great job. Now we're just hugging the right knee in. So wrapping the hands around the front side of the knee or the front side of that shin. You can keep your left foot on the mat if you want to, or you can lengthen that left leg long if it feels better. So if you want a deeper stretch, just lengthening that left leg out, letting the back of the heel relax and squeezing that right knee in towards the right shoulder in that direction. Keeping the feet relaxed, toes relaxed. Inhale, using your arm strength to really squeeze in. And as you exhale out, sending that exhalation, that breath to melt away any tension wherever that is. Releasing and letting it all go. Inhale, squeezing in. Exhale, relaxing out, letting go. Cool, and then just taking the left hand to the outside of that right knee, and we're just keeping the pelvis grounded down. The low back is down, we're just starting to slowly let that knee come across the body, just a little bit. So it's a tiny little movement across, keeping that hugged in. You can let the right arm go, coming out into more of a T-shape with the right arm. Maybe you're gazing towards that right side, finding a stretch through the left side of the neck, taking a deep breath in here to the belly, feeling that belly expand. Exhale as you release through that right hip flexor, maybe bringing the knee all the way across now, finding a deeper twist. You can use that left hand to guide the knee across. Maybe you might keep the hand on the knee, finding a little weighting down. Or you might release both arms out wide and just let the legs relax. Maybe the gaze comes over towards that right side, letting the side of the head become heavier, jaw relaxed. Beautiful deep twist here as you inhale into the side ribs. Exhale, 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 releasing, letting it all go. Melting, melting, melting. And another deep breath in, breathing in, full expansion, and exhale, exhale, exhale out. And then taking your time, letting the head come back through center, unraveling, rolling all the way over onto your back, hugging that knee in one more time. And then just taking your hand to the top of the knee, we're starting to circle the knee around. Any kind of movement here that feels good. Both of the hips are grounded down here, and then you're reaching the leg long. So the right leg goes nice and long. The left foot comes onto the mat here, and then we're hugging that left knee. Bringing the left knee in towards the left shoulder, and of course you can have the sole of that right foot on the mat if this is feeling too deep of a stretch with the right leg extended. As you inhale, really squeezing in, drawing that left knee in towards the shoulder. Exhale, 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 relaxing the pelvis. Relaxing the back of the shoulders, the jaw, the back of the head. Keeping that going. Inhale, feeling that full expansion of the belly, the rib cage, the heart center. Exhale, 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 letting it all go. Melting, melting, melting. One more deep, deep breath in. Filling that whole torso, that front side body, expanding out. And exhale, 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 let it go. Cool. And then just starting to take the right hand and you're starting to guide the leg just slightly across. So it's kind of coming more to the center line, finding a nice stretch here. You might bring the left arm out nice and wide here, letting the pelvis be heavy, belly is relaxed. You have the head in a neutral, or you can allow the head to fall to one side. Feet, toes, ankles, all nice and relaxed. Inhale, drawing in. Exhale, relaxing and releasing. Letting that exhale be sent to the hip flexor, to that tension there. Starting to melt every little bit of stress, any anxiety, any worries, anything that is no longer serving, using the breath to release it out. Cool. And then maybe finding that full stretch here. Supine stretch. Maybe starting to use the right hand to guide the leg all the way across the body, letting the left arm come out wide. Maybe the head rolls over towards that left side. You might weight down on that outside of the knee using the hand, or you might release both arms out into more of a T shape. Feeling that breath expand through the side waist, the ribs, the outer hip. Exhale, exhale, exhale as everything softens. Dropping into a beautiful state of rest and digest, moving into the parasympathetic nervous system, which is the opposite of fight flight, which we can spend a lot of time in. So this is a really awesome opportunity to let go of all of that stress. Cool. Coming back through center when you're ready, and you're just taking that left hand onto the left knee, finding some movement here into the hip. It might be a little circle, it might be something else, just opening the hip out and sort of drawing it back in. Anything that feels good, just letting all the tension go in those hips. Cool. And releasing. Great job. Just taking a little adjustment here. You might bring the soles of the feet together, the knees out wide, finding a nice openness across the front side of the pelvis. The feet can be nice and close towards the pelvis if you want a deeper stretch, or you can slide the feet forward into more of a star shape. So the feet are further away from the body for a less intensive stretch. You can also use a couple of little cushions to the outside of the knees if you want a bit more support here, particularly if the knees are quite high up off of the mat. And maybe here you might start to connect with your breath by placing one hand on your heart and the other hand on your belly, and just letting the elbows relax into the mat. As you breathe in, noticing that belly blowing up like a balloon, and as you exhale out, just feeling everything softening and releasing back down. And as you breathe in again, feeling the belly, the rib cage, the heart center expanding, and then exhale, 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 feeling the heart coming back down, rib cage, belly softening. Letting any tension come out of the hips, the outer thighs, releasing outside of the knees, low legs. Noticing the connection of the outside of both feet connected to the mat. Relaxing the back of the neck, back of the head. Starting to allow the mind to follow the breath. Those full and deeper breaths in through the nose. Cleansing the whole body, kind of a sweep through the body, and then as you exhale all the way out, feeling all of that tension, stress, worry being released out with the out breath. Beautiful, you guys. Maybe you might let the arms release, allowing them to come down by your sides, finding an openness across the front side of the heart center. Maybe the palms are flipped to the sky. The back of the hands released. The fingertips softening and maybe curling slightly. Pelvis heavy. Low back, mid back. Upper back, heavy, heavy, heavy. Breathing in through the nose and releasing all the way out. Seeing if you can make that exhalation even longer than the inhalation. So slowing that out breath down even more as you fall even more deeply into this beautiful state of rest, restoration, calm. Nothing you need to do except relax. Beautiful. Maybe you might stay here, or you might let the legs go long. Maybe allowing the feet to fall to the outside edges of the mat, the outside of the left foot falling heavy to the left, the outside of the right foot falling heavy to the right, feeling a openness through the whole front side of the body, and feeling a complete release and relax down of the whole back body. As we start to really allow a wash of relaxation to flood the body, you might take the deepest breath you've taken all day as you expand, expand, expand. Inhale, and then exhale that breath out the mouth as you invite the whole body to relax even more deeply down into the support, knowing that you are fully held, you're fully supported. You can let any tension go throughout the physical body. There's nothing to hold. It's your time to completely let it all go. Maybe you might start to become so quiet as you start to notice the very subtleness and that quietness of your own breath, tuning into that. Noticing the air as it flows in through the nose. And notice as it flows back out the nose. Maybe noticing if there is a slight variation of temperature of the air, of the in-breath and the out-breath. As you let the breath just be natural, maybe noticing all of the subtle movements of the body as you breathe, that rise and fall of the belly. Heavy, heavy, heavy. Relaxing, relaxing, relaxing. You might start to allow awareness to come to the space around the belly button. Really focusing there and starting to stay present with that space as you notice the rise and the fall of the belly with the breath. Allowing the mind to follow the breath. Start to make those breaths a little bit more deep as you work through each inhalation and each exhalation, breathing in a little more deeply each time without rushing, just slowly starting to find those deeper breaths in through the nose and back out the nose or back out the mouth. Full breath in, belly, rib cage, heart center expanding. Full breath out as the heart, the rib cage, the belly releases back down. Inhale, 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 all the way up to the collarbones. And slow breath out, maybe releasing out the mouth, a bit of a sigh out the mouth if it feels good with that exhalation, letting go of any final bits of tension, and then doing that again. Nice deep breath into the belly, rib cage expands, heart center expands, drawing all the way up to the top of the head. And then exhale, 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 exhale all the way back down to the base of the spine. And again, inhale in, belly, rib cage, heart center, drawing that breath all the way up to the top of the head. And then releasing all the way back down to the very base of the spine, letting it all go. Keeping this going, maybe drawing it up even higher and maybe releasing it out even lower as you release out the toes eventually. So finding those really, really full breaths in through the nose, exhaling out the mouth or out the nose. As we start to come towards the end of our practice, I hope you enjoyed the practice today. I hope you have the most amazing rest of your day. Namaste.